Am I the asshole for refusing to tell my husband the gender of our baby after he skipped going to the doctor appointment with me?
If that man was golfing, I'm going to smack him. If this man was like, I can't miss tea time.
My husband and I are expecting. This is our first baby and we're excited. Thing is, he barely attends any doctor's appointments with me, and his excuses aren't even valid. He's willing to miss the doctor appointment over soccer or a drink or a board game with friends. His response is always, quote, I'm not the one carrying the baby. Why do I have to go see the doctor with you?
No. I've heard enough.
Last week was my final straw. He was supposed to come with me for the baby's gender reveal appointment, but he chose not to come last minute because his friend invited him to fish and chips meal.
No, shut the fuck. I'll be damned.
I was pretty livid, but didn't make a fuss about it. Mom went with me instead. He texted asking me to tell him the results, boy or girl, but I refused to tell him. He kept spam calling me, but I hung up each time. He came home fuming, demanded I tell him the results, but I refused and bluntly told him, since he refused to attend the appointment, then he gets no results till after the baby's born, and said I was willing to die on this hill. He went off calling me spiteful and immature for doing this and punishing him. He said he's the father and he has the right to know. He then called me dramatic since I wasn't alone and mom was with me. I said he gets no results, period. He's been fuming about it and told his family, and they're now pressuring me to stop playing mind games with him and tell him. But I declined. Am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, I would do the same thing.
I wouldn't tell him.
No.
I'm sorry. Call me petty. Call me vindictive. I would not.
I would not tell him.
You can go to the next doctor appointment with me if you want to know. Show up to an appointment for once.
I'm not typically dramatic in the sense that I'm not the first person to be like, leave him, divorce. But this for me, I think would make me want to leave him.
I completely agree.
I'd be so sad to be
You're already doing it alone.
sharing a child. Yeah, I'm not the one carrying the baby. Exactly. So you don't get to know the sex of the baby. What?
Isn't that even like more of a valid reason for you to participate?
Yeah.
At least at the bare minimum level. Like
Right.
I'm making this sacrifice on my body, my health. Like I don't know if anyone else has seen that TikTok list, but like every time someone posts like a bad pregnancy symptom or like something that goes wrong, it gets stitched and someone like types it in a list on their phone. There's over 200 bullet points on this list. Like pregnancy is not easy. And yes, some people have a great time and it's a magical experience for some, but like it also is very risky. Women die. Every day, women die in childbirth and pregnancy.
Oh, this makes me so angry. I just feel like I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but if my man did not come to my doctor appointment to know the sex of our baby because he had to get fish and chips, what?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
At the beginning of this, I was like, oh,
at least call them French fries.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm just kidding.
At the beginning, I was like, oh, if it's for tea time, kind of joking. But I think that that's worse.
It absolutely
I think that's worse.
Unless like, oh, my friend's dog died. My friend, like honestly, go over after the appointment.
I don't know.
The appointment takes an hour.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you don't get to redo it. Like in life, there's moments that are so you don't realize sometimes maybe in the moment that that's going to be a precious core memory. And there's nothing's guaranteed. This could be your only child that you ever have. And these are such important milestones that you're missing intentionally for things that are non-urgent. You can go get your fish and chips at any given moment, at any given time. Like carve out the time to go do this special thing. The fact that he missed the appointment for the reveal of the baby's sex and then demanded to know and had the audacity to say, I'm not carrying it. Are you kidding me? This is going to be, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to OP, but I think this is going to be a terrible father. Or at least, let's put it this way.
No, I agree.
A terrible co-parent at the least. Like there is nothing that signals about the way that this man has behaved and the way that he speaks of your pregnancy that tells me that he's going to be a good partner in this. I think that this is a shitty person, to be honest with you.
I agree. I think it's total bullshit. The top comment on that one also agrees. 74K upvotes. Not the asshole. Already a deadbeat dad before the baby is even born.
Yeah. Yep.
And someone else goes, I would drop a friend if I found out they prioritized fish and chips over their wife and baby's doctor appointment. I don't know if she says how far along she is, but usually like the scans that happen as you progress through like your pregnancy, the scan isn't necessarily for the sex of the baby. A lot of times these early scans are for like the health of the baby. Is there anything going on?
Yeah.
Is the baby growing at the right rate? Does the baby have 3 legs instead of 2? Like it's usually to make sure the baby is actually healthy.
Yeah.
And as a bonus, you find out the sex of your baby, but it's not like it's just for a sex scan. And so the fact that like, yeah, oh, you're being dramatic, your mom went with you. But if she would have got terrible news at that scan that, hey, your baby actually has stopped developing.
Yeah. There's no heartbeat.
She's by herself.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, her mom is there, but that's not her partner.
Yeah. You just hit it. I was just going to say that. I know the mom was there, but like essentially you're making her like do this alone. I know she's not alone. Like,
but she is.
But she is alone.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah, in the sense of like this unit between you two, because it's your family. At the end of the day, it's going to be you and him and your baby at home. And so the fact, I agree with you. I mean, that's just sad. If for no reason other than to want to be a part of the process for yourself, at least do it for your partner. Do it for your wife. Like do it for the person carrying this baby, because that can't be easy. I mean, I haven't been pregnant. I can't imagine. I'm sure there's so many difficulties, emotional roller coasters, physical toll, mental toll, emotional, everything, right? And I'm sure I mean, I have to have friends come with me to like blood draws. Like I know I'm dramatic.
No,
I get
but
it.
Justin does. He can't drive himself because he passes out usually.
Exactly. I have to be driven to these appointments, and I know that sounds dramatic, and I'm not trying to make it about me, but I'm like,
absolutely valid.
It's if I'm in her position, I would want somebody to be there for me for an emotional support. Like you said, if there's bad news.
Absolutely.
It's so sad.
Also, like, why even have a kid if you're not
a
willing participant and you don't want to play an active role as a parent, a father? Like,
it seems like he doesn't want anything to do with this baby. That's the impression that I'm getting.
Yeah. I also, and maybe I'm just like totally reading into things, but I feel like he's also kind of like, well, what's the gender? What's the gender? Like, what is this? Is it a boy?
Yes.
I feel like
I'm getting that energy.
I feel like he's one of those dads that you see on those like gender reveal, like air quotes, gender reveal parties where like it's a dad, they swing the bat, it's pink smoke, and he fucking pouts.
Yeah.
I'm getting that vibe from this dude.
Like, do I leave you or not? Like, I need to know if it's a boy. Like,
it's
what?
Fucking weird.
Take your L. You skipped out on that appointment. So it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? If it matters so much, you would have gone.
Yeah. There is a baby edit/update. Hi. So first of all, wow, I did not expect this to blow up. Sorry, can't answer any comments because of feeling overwhelmed. I just wanted to mention that my husband just attempted to contact my doctor to get the results. It didn't go well, and we had another argument over it. He couldn't get it since his mom was the one who made the call. He couldn't even call the doctor. You had to have your mommy do it?
It's a baby. It's a baby boy.
Oh, poor little baby.
Little man child.
Little baby. Account's been suspended. I don't see any other comments from OP. This dude sucks.
That dude sucks. That dude sucks. I hate these stories because no matter what, like he's still a father. He's still the father to this child. And I feel bad knowing that a child is going to come into this world and have a shitty father who did shitty things like that. Also, like the baby, like when they grow up and they're like, my dad didn't even care to be at any of those appointments. You know he's not going to be present.
Not at all.
Based on that attitude. I just feel so bad now because it's someone else's problem now.
Yeah. Well, and I'm scrolling down just to see if there's any other comments. And none of the initial ones mention kind of what we talked about with health stuff. But when you get down a couple scrolls through the page, there are some other red box ones. And someone does say, like, this is actually a full anatomical scan in which they check every organ and limb for potential issues. it's not just that he was skipping a gender reveal. And then someone goes, another red box one, this right here. This scan is where you learn if the baby has a congenital defect. Someone goes, this, my husband didn't come to many of the ultrasounds, OB appointments due to work travel, but the 20-week ultrasound, he rearranged work travel to be at. And we were team green. We opted not even to find out the sex of the babies. Like, it was too important of a scan from a fetal health perspective for him to miss.
Yeah, I can't believe.
Like,
I cannot believe this man sat back and ate some fish and chips with his old pal.
yeah.
Can you, like, hell yeah, my wife's just like having the scan right now. Why aren't you there? Oh, I wanted to grab fish and chips with you. I'd be like, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. I'd drop you.
Get to the hospital, dude.
Yeah.
Someone does say this, though, agreed. At my 20-week scan, we found out there was an issue with the baby's brain and had to be referred to fetal medicine. Totally terrifying, and cannot imagine my husband having left me to find that out without him.
Insane.
Pisses me off when people call it a gender reveal scan. That's not its purpose.
Yeah.
This is life-altering, brain chemistry changing.
Yeah. Yeah, that is for sure.